Leo, song that's playing for you is party all the time. Or party. So you could be in a situation and it's like you celebrating something. While you celebrating, someone outside of you could be stressing about a situation. And it's like it's you making the decision to honor your feelings or celebrate the truth you know. It's like you no longer holding back a truth. You may be expressing or investing in something if you're in a relationship. And it's like what you're doing is making your partner feel left out.
Gemini feminine.
They can't, you might be dealing with a Gemini, you don't have to, but they can't communicate with you when you invest in this. You feel me? It's like when we used to stay on, it's like you used to willingly stay on a certain type of level with somebody. Now you celebrating what your truth is, or you celebrating your knowing, your understanding of what you got going on. It's a party in your world. Meanwhile, the person, your partner right next to you, can't celebrate with you because they can't communicate that. You feel me? Yeah, said what, beg your pardon. It's like they don't understand the language you're speaking. Type of vibe. They don't know how to communicate with what you communicate. They don't know how to do what you're doing. So it's like you could be in a position where you celebrating, you happy, you got something going on. Look, you found your little strength. You invested in a new relation that brought you love. So you communicating a new energy to your world. Whether that's you got in a new relationship with yourself and that's what brought you to the point of love or put you in the space of love, or you actually might have fell in love with something external to you, and that's what triggered the change in you, and that's what started the celebration in your life. That's what started the party. That's what brought about the drastic switches in your life when it came to you investing in dishonesty or investing in that versus this. Now that you found your strength in this and you defending and honoring that, it's like you're not gonna let nobody emotional perspective or idea or just in general pull you out of this vibe, so to speak. And now that you in that vibe, someone outside you could be miserable. And then put your foot though. You know what side of the fence you fall on, Leo, if this is for you or not. You could be the person who feels sick about some shit. You feel me? And you know what side of the fence you fall. Alright. Shit, you could have been the person who liked to party all the time, and that shit you had to hang that up. Or somebody outside of you was like to party all the time. That's really why they came to let's kick it with you. Yeah, because you was where the party was at. Your first card out was the 4-1. Yeah, you celebrating something. You celebrating something you've been working hard on. In the past, you might have been building, your energy was in the wrong space and you had to separate from some shit that you was emotionally invested in. Whether that was a feeling that you were in or just a mindset you were in or an actual environment or something you were communicating with in your external world. Something you was involving yourself with was not it for you. And that shit had you manifesting a whole lot of bullshit in your life. And you trying to figure out where all this stress, all this drama, all this pressure come from. It was because you was expressing a certain type of emotion, or you were just being dishonest with your world, or you were just investing in dishonest people. You know what side of the fence you fall on. Whether you were the dishonest character or you were investing in dishonest characters that would bring love, making your world fall apart. This was in the past. You had a whole lot of shit you had to walk away from that was making your world fall apart. But it's like you had feelings tied to that. You were emotionally invested in that. You might not have realized what it was that was making your world fall apart till you fell in love, or till you got a taste of something else type shit. You feel me? It's like you put yourself in a different environment, whether you might have been doing this all your life. You always thought this was it for you. So if it's like you a musician or some shit, you feel me? Now, up until you went over here and tried doing that sport, you never thought that sport would be it for you, or that would pull you out of this activity. Communicating this, related this to your world. Champagne poetry. Yeah, look, might have been into poetry. Or you might be getting into music after playing sports type shit. Yeah, put your foot. If it's that type of vibe, it's that type of vibe. That's just an example. You might have been very comfortable associating yourself with a certain type of person. Then that person always had to be into this particular energy. They always had to dabble in that so you could communicate. That would be the common ground for y'all. But now it's like you in a new world and somebody is stressed the fuck out because you were in this celebratory space. You feel me? You're honoring your vision, your home. You in a new home. You've reached a new point about the relationship. Look, you've expanded a little bit. And what's dead can never come back. What aspects of you that have died can never return. You going back to that type of energy whenever, yeah, look, because you healing. You moving forward. And you moving forward because you got you some wisdom. You got you a knowing or understanding about a relationship, friendship, or just an energy you were putting out that was weighing heavy on you. You might have been the reason why you was stressed the fuck out. And you couldn't figure out what you was doing that was bringing about all this stress in your life until you figured out what you was doing that was bringing about all this stress in your life. Now that you figured that out, look, you let that shit go in a heartbeat as soon as you realize what it was. And that just brought you closer to yourself in terms of understanding your own emotions, understanding your own motions, how you move and groove through the universe type vibe. You feel me? The type of vibes you be communicating and expressing to people or your places or the environments you associate yourself with. And that's your karma. It was supposed to go like that. The only way for you to do something new is for you to get your ass handed to you and get your emotions. You had to feel bad so you could take an action to start feeling good, basically. Yeah, look, you communicating a hidden truth. Shit, if it's a situation, you know, you got a whole lot of secrets, and it's like you don't want this to be a secret no more. You can't. This can't be a secret the way the space you in about this. You may be in a position where you restless about some shit. You can't get some sleep. Whether it's you talking about at night, you up late at night thinking about some third dimensional shit, or you actually in a position where you just restless because you have a desire and you weren't going for what you wanted, and now you're going for what you wanted because you can't not go for what you want anymore. It's too much of a burden for you not to be doing what you need to be doing. What you know you need to be doing. Look, so you gonna go do it. Look, it's like you tired of being cold. The city's on fire and people are in denial. Somebody outside of you is in denial. Because the way you burn, the desire, the drive you have, it requires you to leave this. You can't be there and there at the same time. It's only one Leo. You get it? Yeah, so something gotta give first. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you, Leo.